Welcome back to Crypto Talk, guys. I want to start you off with the Bitcoin dominance chart and showing a bearish trend starting. We are also moving into three strong levels of resistance, so I am expecting a rejection at some point in time. Money flow here in market Cipher B is kind of coming out. And momentum's been kind of flat to stagnant, so it really hasn't gotten much stronger. It's just starting to drop. Also, volume has been dropping historically. So I am expecting a downturn. When's that going to be? I don't know. I mean, you can kind of jump in here to the daily, and we're starting to slow. Although money flow did pop back up here on the daily, got a big surge, but I have a feeling that if you already broke it, so you already have this trigger wave this wave here is not completed, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a bearish divergence here playing out here in the daily 4 hour. Excuse me. 4 hours to be seen. You could have more upside. That could be an inverse head and shoulders, but then that would look for a rejection point somewhere in that level there I'm looking at in terms of the 58 to 59% range. Just wanted to bring people's attention to this. So pay attention to this one. The tether dominance is already starting to drop too. I won't even show that, but people are less in stablecoins and more so in crypto. All right, moving on to the actual Bitcoin chart. This is the 1 day. We had a back test of this local value area range. We are still below the in terms of the top of the value area high, so we haven't quite gotten there yet. We've gotten a back test and confirmation of this one. So we're looking bullish. This is what I've drawn out as of yesterday, so I'm still expecting the same thing. Expecting strong resistance between the $65,000 and $64,000 range. On the daily is the 200 simple moving average. So, simple moving average. Excuse me. Looking for a rejection between that point and that point is really simple. I'll make it as simple as possible. We do have decreasing volume on this increase up, so we're looking for some kind of either an explosive move up or down is likely going to happen. 4 hour. 4 hour alike, we're above the 200, we're above the 50 and the 100. We're even above the 9 and the 20. So 4 hours looks pretty good. We got a nice big push through all the EMAs, and then we're back up here kind of consolidating. So we did get a swipe through here, test the local point of control. We've also, like I said before, back tested this local value area high, so we'll look pretty good. 1 hour. 1 hour, we're getting a little bit of a rejection off of the 9 and the 20 EMAs. 50, 100, and 200 are well below us. So I am expecting consolidation and a push. If you even have a little mini Wyckoff potentially, this was your spring here, and this is your accumulation. You have your rally. If that's the case, look for a back test, and that's a nice bullish entry. 24-minute. Right above us on the 24 minutes, the the daily VWAP currently acting as resistance along with the 9, the 50, and the 20 EMAs. 5 minute. 5 minute, you're under the EMAs. It's not what you want to see. Let me show you this on the 10 minute. 10 minute, my Mongo Pro Trader has been on point with literally buy and sell indications. Again, indicators are just more of a confluence confirmation of what you already know. It's not going to fill a knowledge gap if you don't know what you're doing in terms of market structure and are we in a uptrend or downtrend. It's not going to help you. It's just going to further add confidence to your trading. And told you to sell on that candle. You could have bought the back tests in terms of a short, and then you would have been writing that down still. So, and then you have to realize some of this stuff is just chop. So buy, those were false. This was a good one. That was a good one. But again, you can't really, I don't know, if you wouldn't have gotten in the first minute and you broke market structure, that would have been good to get in. But I think that was a 1 minute candle. That was a big boy. And then up here, you need to get one. So still testing this. I like it so far. All right. Yeah, so I'm looking for still higher price targets for Bitcoin. Solana. Solana here on the day, it's the weekly. So bullish consolidation and a push higher. It's one of the few coins that's sitting under its 618. It's sitting on its 50 currently in terms of fib levels. Realistically, I like to be conservative with my projections. The 1618 is up at 215%. 2618 is up at 400%. $416 and or, so let's round up, $670 are very realistic. I've had people like Roll Pal talk about $850 as a minimum or a conservative estimate, and he's talking as much as $1,500 as a kind of top end. That'd be 1,000% for a layer one coin. But this does have the narrative behind it, and I think this could be the Ethereum of this market cycle. So this and AVAX, which I'll get into in a second, are kind of more of my bullish layer one theses. And later there could be even a Solana ETF coming out, so it should be interesting. All right, Band Protocol. Moving on to Band Protocol, I got a triple bottom here. Like I've said before in many other videos, this is the forgotten about bastard child of Chainlink. Just to get back to the all-time high. Here, somewhere in the neighborhood. Where did it go to? This chart got cut off. Sorry, guys. You're about 1,000, almost 2,000%. But to the 1618 from today's price, you're 3,000%. And then to the 2618, you're up here at 5,000%. So I do have a gamble basket of this. So I do think it's going to moon. If you don't know, if you don't know anything about what is this, Band Protocol, it's basically the major competitor to Chainlink. It brings the real-world API data to the smart contracts. Without that information, smart contracts would be dumb. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't communicate. So while Chainlink has the B2B and the enterprise aspects in terms of governments, Band Protocol has the contracts with professional sporting leagues. So European soccer, you've got the Major League Baseball in the U.S., you've got the NBA, NFL, national, all the hockey leagues, men's and women's basketball of different levels. They've got everything. So they've got a pretty good niche / contract with the sporting events. That includes even college. So they got the NFT aspect covered, plus the supporting aspects for those other blockchains. JASMY. So, JASMY, where are we? This is the Japanese Bitcoin, apparently. So, at least that's what they say. And I don't know why my fib pool is off. Let's do this. There, close enough. So, we have been sitting and consolidating and right under the 236. So, another great coin that's been way down. Give you an example from roughly where we are today to the all-time high. You're looking at about 1,300%. Just to get to the 618, you're looking at, let's round up, 700%. The 1618, you're looking at 2,300%. And the 2618, you're up here at 4,200%. Locally, 4 hour. Locally, we're getting a rejection currently from the point of control from this local range. Still relatively bullish time to accumulate, especially if you're doing spot and or a low leverage position that you plan on holding for a long time and or putting your stop loss below this low down here. I think that would be a safe bet. I don't see much cascading south anymore. I think we're in a very much a bullish uptrend starting. So once Bitcoin starts to move, it's going to drag the rest of the altcoins with it. So your next resistance level's up here. Not just from a structural standpoint, but also the value area high that I have here. So still, let's say you got into like a 5x long from here. You still have a long way to run. You've got nearly 40%, 38%. So I had been messing around with this one, Solana, Band, and even AVAX on low leverage longs when the market starts to move more positively, and it's turned out quite well. Although it's kind of a headache to manage multiple trades. All right, heading over to, turn off this stuff again. AVAX, out to the weekly. All right, you can see we got rejected from the local 236. This is on log, isn't it? It looks funky. There we go. Yeah, so we haven't even made it up to the large rejection point, which the 618 up at $94. So keep that in mind. So currently we're sitting at 24. We did get as high as 65. So to the all-time high, you're looking at 500% return on your funds. To the 1618, we're looking at 875%. And then to the 2618, 1500%. So there's not much else I can say. You want to buy coins that look like this, that have promise. I mean, again, AVAX has not just Bank of America, but Citibank backing them in terms of their preferred layer 1 blockchain. They have an ever-growing and expanding gaming ecosystem, which is kind of what made Solana potentially popular. So keep in mind, it's not just going to be one blockchain. You're going to have dozens of blockchains all interoperable, kind of helping each other in their own little niche. So that is the benefit of having multiple layer 1 blockchains in your portfolio. And then when we have more time, I'll explain BlockGuard. BlockGuard's network is coming out here in Q1 of 2025. We are having our own layer 1 blockchain, and I'll kind of get more into that later in a separate video. And I am sporting my Fusio shirt. So our own DEX and wallet. So we will get into that at a different point. And then let's just wrap back up with Bitcoin. So getting a push here off of a dump. Looks like we took some liquidity from that in this zone. If I turn back on an indicator or two. I don't know if I had that. You had just bounced off an EMA. So anyways, could be choppy. Pay attention to tonight's close. It's also the weekly close. That could be a big indicator, but I'm expecting a bullish push. So with that said, nothing to say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, head over to Crypto Blackwall on Twitter, the BlockGuard Discord, and if you need some more personal one-on-one attention and help with your trading plan, figuring out where you're having some screw-ups, mess-ups, I'm available for a one-on-one coaching and or more interaction with myself personally through the Patreon account, which I have linked below. Take care, guys. Bye.